G'day there. Are you looking for a messaging app that's secure, private, and not even the creators of it know what you're talking about? If so, you're looking for Signal. Stick around and we'll have a look at it. As we look at more tools that you're going to be able to use to get around tyrannical governments, Signal pops up frequently and has come to a pretty high level of popularity. This is their website at signal.org. It is a messaging app so that you're able to communicate with friends, family, acquaintances, colleagues, and have some security so that you can remain private. What you discuss can remain private, and the premise of this Signal is a secure messaging app, meaning you'll be able to communicate with other people who also have it, and you have them added as contacts, and nobody's going to be able to read your messages. No third parties, not even Signal itself knows what it is you will be messaging each other. So let's check out their site. Speak freely. As you can see, there's app versions for your phone. Edward Snowden is an advocate of it, using it every day. Jack Dorsey, the former CEO of Twitter, who now is building Bitcoin solutions, who is a big advocate of privacy and property rights. So what does Jack Dorsey say? He says, I trust Signal because it's well built, but more importantly, because of how it's built. It's open source, peer-reviewed, and funded entirely by grants and donations. A refreshing model for how critical services should be built. The short and skinny of this funding model for it is good because you don't have any venture capitalists, you don't have any ongoing investment from anybody that buys them a stake in a Signal or how it's run or operated. That gives it a level of trust which others like Telegram which don't have. Then we look down here. So why use it? Simple, powerful, and a secure messenger. Share without insecurity. So it has end-to-end security or end-to-end encryption, and Signal themselves can't read your messages, listen to your calls, or look at the files that you share within it. Privacy is baked into everything in Signal. It's not optional, you can't opt out, it's there for everything. And recently they added groups, so if you have a Signal group, you all share and communicate with each other, and nobody's going to be able to know what you're saying to one another. The cool thing with Signal is that Signal itself isn't even going to know what the group name is. It knows nothing about it. It's free for everybody, and you can donate if you like. So let's go and grab it. Signal for desktop. So we have versions available for Android, iPhone or iPad, Windows, Mac, and Linux. I'm on Linux, which is why it's detected what I've got and it's offering me that there. So I'm just going to grab this and install it so that later on we can have a look at Signal itself. Signal has a Twitter page where they're able to communicate what is happening, and their pinned message at the moment is that they're seeing rumors appearing in messages forwarded on several different apps. These rumors are often attributed to official government sources and read attacks on Signal platform. This is false, and Signal is not under attack. So as its rise in popularity has happened in the last couple of years, we're seeing some attacks on it to try to dissuade people from using it, undermining the credibility of the application and its security. And I guess that's in an attempt to try to push people into a different application that perhaps isn't as secure or as good. So Signal software, it's a cross-platform, centralized, encrypted instant messaging service developed by the Signal Foundation. Cool features. This is what we're all about, features. Signal allows users to make one-on-one and group voice and video calls with up to 40 people. All calls are made over Wi-Fi or data connection. It's pretty obvious. So the communications between users are automatically end-to-end encrypted. The keys are generated and stored on the phones, not on the servers. Now the significance of this is how Signal is not able to look at your messages. And this was intentional. They didn't want to be able to look at them. They needed to, take away the temptation. So the encryption keys aren't stored on their servers, it's on your phone. And with it, you're able to use your default SMS application. You can make Signal the default SMS application if you desire. That way you can do all your messaging from that one application for SMS and Signal. You also are able to have timed messages. Timed messages is a really cool feature. You can send someone a message with a file or an image or a video and allow it to only exist for a period of time after they view it. Could be 5 seconds, could be 1 week, but that's the range between 5 seconds and 1 week long. Once they've read it or once they've seen the message, the timer starts to count down. And you could say this is a great way to send threats to people. If the messages disappear, you could just send some, whatever, and the evidence is gone. Now, the developers stress that this is meant to be a collaborative feature for conversations where all participants want to automate minimalist data hygiene, not for situations where your contact is your adversary. And so they're saying that the use of that feature is really intended so that you don't create chat threads that sprawl forever and everything's kept forever. It's just to keep things nice and tight and close. A lot of the discussions that go places, don't really need to keep them forever. Signal excludes users' messages from non-encrypted cloud backups by default. It allows users to blur faces of people in photos to protect identities. So if you were sharing photos of people at a protest or something like that, then it's good to be able to hide their identities. It's, really depends which country they're in. Some countries claim to love protests, some don't really like it at all and will go after the people if they can identify them. There is some sort of crypto payment available in there. And when you sign up, you need a phone number for verification. You don't need a username or password, just a phone number. Can be a VoIP number or your mobile phone number, and you really only need that to just verify that authentication to get the initial sign in, and subsequent ones if you sign out or you get a different phone and need to reinstall it. Thanks for watching. If you got anything out of it, give us a like and subscribe and share it with a mate. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time.